So last Saturday I was at Miami Hurricon. Miami Hurricon was held at the Miami Airport Convention Center. It was being hosted by college students, and it was a free anime convention. Kind of reminded me of the YusumiCon days. Um, Overall, I had a great time. I felt that it was well organized. Um, I was there mainly to hang out, see my fighting game community people as well as the cosplay community people. Speaking of cosplay, I decided to make Miami Hurricane my Trunks debut. A lot of people want me to cosplay as Trunks because of my hair, and I finally did it, but it wasn't easy because I showed up late at Miami Hurricane, like around 2:30. I guess like earlier that day I was being a little diva, and I don't know, it's just like all the wrong things just happened that day, and I was just like, oh my god, are you serious? Like my sheath that holds my sword, it was falling apart, and there's some other stuff that I had to fix, like my boots, and yeah, it was like almost seems like all the wrong stuff that could happen like happened that day, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's just like I don't know, it's like should I just like I didn't know what to do. Like I intentionally shaved my beard earlier that week because I'm like so that way I don't fall back to my go-to cosplay, which is my Sanji cosplay. So I'm like I don't know what to do, and I'm like oh my gosh, so I was like whatever, is this like definitely go for it. I mean, is this like I don't know. It's I don't know why I'm being such a perfectionist, but I think it's one of those things like a lot of people like anticipate me cosplay as Trunks, so I kind of don't want to be as best as I can as Trunks, and I didn't have any purple dye, so I was just like, well, you know what, my hair is already blonde, so I'm gonna be Super Saiyan Trunks, and I got to be gel, and as I was gelling, I was just like, all right, I need to get my blow dryer. My blow dryer broke. I'm like, are you serious? And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I was like trying to hold my hair up for a long period of time, like almost like 20 minutes. And the best I could do is just like, it was like kind of like my hair is like right here. I wanted to be like curved up, straight up. And I couldn't. And I was like, man, if I had a blow dryer and, I could run, over to Walmart to get it, but I was just like, I'm running out of time. And I'm just like, thinking to myself, I was just like, whatever, just do the best you can. And, you know, and you're just gonna be there to have fun. So it's not like I'm a professional or anything like that, or I like to join a cosplay contest. I'm just there just to have fun. So as I was like driving down south, I was just like it was kind of like like I kept having second thoughts. I don't know why. I was just like, like I just kept telling myself to get over it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to show up and everyone's going to laugh at me and spit on me. I don't know. I was just like, I don't know why I think that way, but as really how I was thinking, like, when I was driving down to Miami. And, as soon as I got there, uh, definitely like everything that I thought of was definitely like the Converse, it was, I was getting like huge pop from the get go as soon as I walk in, I was just like, hey, take a picture here and there, and I was like, oh snap, I was just like, it's like, wow, it's an awesome cosplay, and I was just like in my head, I was just like, man, these guys are being nice, I was just like, and next like, I was taking pictures here and there. I saw another Trunks, which is pretty cool, so. And I could see some of my friends and hanging out and stuff. And then when I went to the game room, I see my fighting game community people, and I always love seeing them, because I, been with them for like many years, and everyone went crazy when I walked in, and that really mean a lot to me. And I was just like, in my head, I was like, why is everybody being so nice to me? It's like, just tell me the truth, like it sucks, And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, it sucks, and I don't know why I have this mentality. I mean, I guess that's how I am, um, with almost like everything and stuff. But because everyone's like enthusiasm, like it definitely really bring me back into the fold. And I was just having a good time. I was being myself, and I wasn't too quiet this time around. Normally I am quiet, but I'm just like finally myself. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm not working at a convention or, working or doing anything. I'm just there to have a good time. So, just because of the people, like, I finally like wasn't worried about, being like, imperfect with my cosplay. I was just having a good time. I completely forgot my hair was like, wasn't what I wanted it to be, and I was holding my sword the whole time. A lot of people like my sword. Even though, I didn't really do too a good job on the hilt, but I'll work on it later. But yeah, I definitely have like really good responses, and still I feel like to this day it's like everyone's just being nice. But but yeah, I was just like after in that game room, I was just walking around and stuff, get to see some of my friends and hanging out, and that's just basically it, and in the end, I'm just smiling, and like no one didn't say anything bad or no one didn't spit on me or whatever. I don't know why I was thinking that way. but but yeah, it was just like really awesome. It just really got me thinking, like when I was driving back home, like after like Huracan, um, just thinking back, I was just like like why do I have this mentality? This perfectionist mentality, and I know there's a reason to it. Right now, I feel now is not the right time to say it because it's pretty personal. Maybe down the road, I'll eventually would say it publicly, of why I think the way I think. Because to be honest, if you had met me like 10 years ago, I was like a completely different person. You know, I was willing to take risks, and if it weren't for me taking risks, World Evolution wouldn't be the way it is. Um, but yeah, just thinking back, just looking back over my accomplishments in the past, like I've done so by doing a lot of risk and working very hard. I still work hard, but nowadays I'm very, I guess I'm very, you know, cautious of what I do, and that's not who I was back then. So it definitely got me, this whole, last Saturday got me thinking, just about how my life was in the past, like, 10 years. And, I've been around, and, you know, it's, I'm definitely trying to do my best to, not being like a perfectionist. Um, but eventually, like, I will tell the truth down the road, and it'll definitely explain a lot of who I am today, so. But other than that, besides all that, last night I had a blast, and I really appreciate seeing everybody there and stuff. Just hanging out, and man, I don't know, I'm pretty happy, of last Saturday. But part of my mind is thinking like, man, these people are too nice to you, Will. So, but other than that, I don't know what next anime convention I'm gonna go to. I know there's like a million of them in Central Florida. I'm not gonna go to every single one of them, of course, um, but I'm pretty sure you'll see me in one of them. But the only convention I'm currently working for at the moment is UltraCon, which is going to be on July 19th and 20th. I'm going to be running the game room as well as running the tournaments there, so I can't wait. Um, it's definitely going to be awesome. UltraCon's going to be in the Broward Convention Center, a bigger convention or bigger venue this time around, and I'm definitely going to be there and doing work. So as for other conventions, I don't have anything planned yet, but I am trying to keep my schedule a bit light, because through work and I'm taking some time off of MMA training and need to really get back into it as soon as possible. I do have interest of bringing back the Back to Basics series. That's like down the road too, so you'll hear more information regarding about that. And that's pretty much it. And there's like a few others, ventures that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna be very busy. So, but I'm doing my best to, because I know I gotta put up like the tournament videos and all that good stuff. And I'm at the process of completely redoing my website. is definitely, I gotta do like a complete overhaul on it. And I definitely have like a lot of good ideas of the website, and I know that you guys gonna love it when I put it up. So my lovely friends on Facebook got some questions for me in my vlog. So here they are. Why you be ducking me in Tekken? Okay, this guy lives in. So this guy lives in Central Florida, and I was at MegaCon, which is in Central Florida. Last time I checked, I won that tournament, and I don't see this guy over there. And what else? I was at Chaoticon, Tampa. He didn't show up, but then again, they didn't have Tech in there. But I was in the area. What else? I was at CEO Winterfest. He didn't show up. I was there competing in Tekken Tag tournament too. So yeah, I don't understand this question. Why you be ducking me? You know, I'm the one that drove 3 hours, only 3 hours up north. I don't see this guy, and I owe some Tekken tournaments too, but I don't see this guy driving down south. But yeah, I'm ducking him. I've been competing in fighting games for 13 years. I've been all over the United States. You know, I have no reason to duck people. I've accomplished a lot more than most of the people in the FGC today. So, like, really? Moving on. What was your best fighting game moment? Um, Man, I have like a lot of them. But if there is one moment, was back in 2006. I went out of state for the first time, and I drove with my friend Mr. Brightside to an Ohio tournament, and I get to fight Heart Nana. Back in the day, he used to known as XCTU, a Kono Call, but the reason why it's like my moment, because like many years, like around like 2003, 2004, I started playing. I think like yeah, one of my first games like I started playing competitively was Soul Calibur 2, and at the time there wasn't YouTube, so like it was very hard to find videos, and back then we had dial up and stuff. So when there's videos, like there's only like barely any. But I try to find like Cassandra videos to study how people play in the United States, and the only ones I get to find it was Heart Nanas. So like I watched like his Cassandra, and it's like 100 times better than mine. So I try to emulate him, and I use some of the strategy, and I've been winning Soul Calibur 2 tournaments basically because of him. And for me to come up to Ohio and get to fight him in Naruto Gaiken and Tyson 4, definitely, it was a really awesome match, and I tried to like be focused, and we got to the final match, and he ended up beating me, and but it was definitely a really awesome moment. And then afterwards, he asked for my autograph, and I was just like, like the hell you asked me for my autograph, But I was like really tired because like we drove up 16 hours and we only like slept for a few hours, and we had to immediately come to the tournament, so I was really out of it throughout the day, actually, not trying to make any excuses. But I wanted to ask, like, why are you asking me for my autograph? I should ask you for the autograph. But I went ahead and gave him an autograph and stuff, and I thought it was really cool. He's like one of the coolest people I like ever met in the FGC. Next question is, when will I get a Wovolution player profile? You know the stipulation. You have to win a tournament, and I feel bad saying it, but I know this player. He's been around for years, and eventually his time will happen, and I know he's going to win a tournament, and you will get your profile, and you will earn it. One's Tekken. All right, next question. I was kidding. I mean, the next Tekken tournament. Well, I can't really say anything yet, but more information coming soon. Tournaments, back to basics. I already said earlier, I have plans to bring back to basics series. I definitely want to, come back to the FGC, and I miss you guys, and I definitely want to throw a really good show for you guys. So expect the, back to basics soon, or information about back to basics soon. Address the hair. What about it? It's beautiful. Don't hate. Participate. How many people have you made tap out after you MMA'd them? Well, during my time, like I didn't I wanted to do jiu-jitsu tournaments, but when we practice, we never go full force because of course you want to train another day, So I mean, even if I make people tap, this doesn't mean anything, It's just like we're just there practicing and stuff when we're rolling. So technically, officially, I haven't tapped anybody out. I guess if you want to consider tournaments or MMA fights as I guess the standard per se, but I haven't participated in them yet. Can you SPD somebody in real life yet in the octagon? Technically, you're not supposed to. I mean, well, you can, but the thing is, one of the rules in MMA is you're not allowed to spike someone on their head like a pile driver. So technically, you're not allowed to SPD them. Okay, all right, but what's all these Zangief questions? Well, okay, all right, answer my own question. Zangief player. Wait, alright, but he did a Siberian Blizzard off the top rope though. It's a cage, not a ring. Unless it's Pride, but Pride is dead, but Pride will live forever in my heart. Where's DOA? Coming soon. Stay tuned for some news coming up. So that's it for my vlog. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, like 2014, big things are coming, and I really can't wait. My work with OrchardCon and trying to bring back the basics. More cosplay, more anime convention fun. I mean, it's just like I can't wait. And I definitely love to get back to the fighting game community. I really miss you guys. It's like things have changed, and I know there's like new venues that people hang out now. There's these new talent, that I've been seeing. So, I definitely, want to be part of it, and and then have a really good time. And be sure to like my page at facebook.com/superwillville. You can always follow me on Twitter at the Will of Florida, TheWillooffL, and also subscribe to my channel, which I'm going to have vlogs and interviews and tournament and casual videos, all the good stuff. That's pretty much it. Peace.